Hello and welcome to B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us. Yes, that's right. That's who we are. B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us Real Talk here on Vision and Purpose Media Productions. And today, guys, we're going to have a ball in this studio today. And our topic is women of influence. Yeah, that's right. Women of influence. And we have a broad topic to talk about. Women of influence. Just think about that. Because who are we? We are women. Are beautiful, accomplished, and divine. And our gentlemen are brothers, accomplished, and determined. Yet, as society see us, we must still change the narrative. That's who we are, Badass Us, Real Talk. We are here to be informative, be a positive voice for our community, and be up close and personal. We want to be intentional with everything that we do. So, yes, that's who we are, Badass Us. Yes, Badass Us, Real Talk, here on Vision and Purpose Media Productions. Welcome back to Badass Us. That's right. That's who we are. Badass Us. Real Talk here on Vision and Purpose Media Productions. And I have my co-hosts with me today. We have Marjorie Militant and we have Belinda Stevenson. How are you ladies doing today?
Doing well, yes.
Yes, coming back from all this Thanksgiving eating. How about that?
Yes. That's right.
Yes, yes.
That's
But
right.
it was fun. If we can just dialogue on that a little bit. You know, even though Thanksgiving is all about, what, giving thanks and being, being given of yourself, And I can say, guys, we just really had a blast, with the Thanksgiving holiday. We did giveaways. I was proud to say we did giveaways on Friday, Saturday. We was with the caregivers on Sunday,
Wow.
and then we gave away on Tuesday, and then actually on Thanksgiving Day, we was with one of our new partners down in Waldorf, Maryland. So all I can do afterwards is just go home and just thank God for allowing us to put smiles on so many people's face during this holiday season. Yes.
It's very important.
Yes, it is. Yes, Belinda was with me the whole entire time.
Yes,
How was it, Belinda?
I had a ball. What do
Yes.
you do with our picture?
Yeah. So that she always getting on me about our pictures.
That's a joke,
Yes,
Karen.
yes, that's a joke. It's an inside joke, guys. So I'm going to tell it to the world. Okay, I am the worst one to give pictures to say send it to the group because some kind of way the group never get the picture.
That's right. That's right. We don't.
So and Belinda have a way of reminding me of that
Just
each
bringing
and
it
every
around.
time.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what. Hey, yes. So yes, but the picture that we took is on my nightstand, believe it or not. Yes. And I even texted to my cousin because she checked in with me in North Carolina later. My cousin Frida, she checked in and said, "How was your day?" And I said, "I'm gonna show you how my day was." And I texted her the picture of me and you.
That's very
So,
nice.
see, you'll be proud of me on that one.
That's
yes.
very
So
nice.
Marjorie, yes. So how was your Thanksgiving?
It was really nice. I spent time with my family. My mom is 92, so we try to spend as much time with her as we can.
Oh, that's
Yes,
wonderful.
yes. Mom got it going on. That's all I know.
Yes, that's
you
true.
know. And
That's
then
right.
to mention that this is a great platform that we're talking about today, since it's the ladies again.
Yes.
We are talking about women of influence.
Right.
Women of influence. That is just, powerful right there. So, it's so many roles that a woman played. And so, so I just want to just get right into it. What is the role of a black woman in your family?
Right.
What does that look like, to you? In my family, it was a single mom. A single mom who was just determined to give us the best that she had. And for my mom, and for most parents, they always want their children to grow up and have a better life than
Right.
what they had,
Right.
right? So, and that's what my mom was. And she was a fine example of being the mother and the father figure in our household. But without the absence of our dad, wasn't the fact that it was talked about in a negative or bad way.
Right,
She allowed us to still have our own relationships in different way, but my mom was definitely the influence in the house, planted those seeds, plant the foundation, that structure inside of us. So she was the angel. Her nickname was Angel. She was the angel of the family. So I saw her being the lead in our family. Every family member looked up to my mom, so she was definitely the angel of the family.
She lived up to her name.
Yes.
Yes. So, what about you, Belinda?
Well, the role of the black woman in my family, my mom is the epitome of strength and resilience. I can say that for sure.
Yes.
And because of that, that's where I get mine from. My strength and my resilience. I might bend, but I would never break. I always say that.
Oh, yes, but that,
Yeah.
that's what we say. That's a saying that we hear in a black family
Exactly.
household. We may bend, but we don't break.
Right.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yes. And Marjorie, what about you?
In my family, because my parents were together for 53 years before my father passed away, my mom was kind of the behind the scenes person, even though she was the strong one in the relationship. My dad was the leader, but my mom kind of, maneuvered things. So she was always in the role of making things happen.
But see, let's be real about that. I'm glad you said that, because I was wondering how can I get that in there. See, because I'm from the South. And from the South, we know that women are really the backbone of the family. They really are. Even when it's a coupled family, a married family, a mother and father. Believe it or not, we always say, men, we giving y'all a little scoop today. You hearing it from the women. But the women are the one that keep the household organized, in order, and in decency. The man, the man is the lead. He's the one, he leads the household. But it's the woman working behind the scenes.
She makes things happen.
That makes it happen.
Keep that engine running.
And look, and then you let her get sick or something go wrong with that woman. That household gotta just go on its own for a couple of days. Woo!
That's true.
Scary.
You realize how important she is.
Yeah, you
That's
really
very true.
realize how important she is. Though then everybody be coming, Mom, get well soon. Hurry up.
Well, can you still
Right.
do this for me?
Yeah. Here goes some chicken noodle soup or something, But come on back. But and that just show you just how important the role is, and definitely in a strong black woman household, married or not married, the women seem to always be the one that holds the glue to other family together.
That's true.
And in that, we was at church, and guys, we always talk about how we get our confirmation. So we on Sunday, what I did, I sent a message out to the group saying we're talking about women of influence on Tuesday. Please send me your feedback. I get in church, you would never believe it.
Oh, that's what you all
They
talking
were
about.
talking about women of influence.
My
Wow.
pastor was talking about the strength of a woman. and a black woman,
Right.
you know, and he was
Right.
coming from Ruth, chapter 18, 1 through 17. So, and I was like, wow, you know, so that was just confirmation for me that we needed to have this topic and that we needed to talk about that. But also, as he was saying about the woman, we, as the black woman, we carry so much, but a black woman, we do go through depression as well,
Right.
you know, and it's all levels of depression. Sometimes it's just being tired.
Exactly.
And burned out because everything is on us, you know, because of all them things we just said. We run the household, you know, we the one to keep everything organized and in its proper place.
And a lot of times we carry that weight flawlessly.
Yes.
Like a lot of people, we wear.
Was you at my church on Sunday?
No, I was not there.
Yes,
Unfortunately, you didn't invite me. But we wear that. We wear it flawlessly, and people don't realize that.
Right.
So they
Yes.
just add more onto our plate
Yes. Oh my
because
gosh.
we don't complain. We
and
just
I-
do what we have to do.
Right,
Yes.
we do. And I also think that sometimes we don't realize that our sister next to us is going through the same things that
Exactly.
we are, because it looks flawless on you. So I think you're doing okay when sometimes you're not doing okay.
Yes, and that was the thing that he talked about as well, you know, and it is, it's just something. But how we do as women, though, we will talk.
Yes, we do.
That's true.
Yes,
That's
we
true.
will
That's
talk.
also the
That's a
strength
good
of the
thing.
woman.
Yes,
Right.
because we have
Give
the
that
ability
ability.
to talk
It's no
and,
ego.
yes, and release.
Yes.
You know, we will talk and release. We will share, talk and release, and then you realize, you know what, you're not in this thing alone.
Right,
You
right.
know, because and sometimes that's all we need to know, to know that someone is there supporting us and know that we are not alone.
And unfortunately, it takes
Yes.
some women longer than others to actually speak up
Yeah.
and have that conversation because there's always a shame factor there.
Right.
Because, you know, subconsciously, we've been told that we have to be strong.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so we carry these things, and it takes a while for us to actually say, you know what, I need somebody I can talk to. Right?
Or maybe I need help.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you know, this is great that we're talking about all these things. And I, you know, if she knock over something else over here, clink, 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 clink. Let
It's
me.
me. I'm sorry. It's me. It's
Okay,
me.
and I'm going to want to always talk about my glass. At least my glass don't make
Well, I was too busy
noise.
looking at that glass and getting upset about it. So I started knocking things off my lap.
Yes, yes. I'm sorry, guys. We just love having our own personal moment. If you don't get it, oh well, it's for us this time.
Exactly.
So yeah, so you know, but that is true, you know, because and that was part of what my pastor was saying, that a woman, we always put that thing on us of being strong. We have to be strong. We have to be strong.
Right.
And then that brings us to women in leadership, you know, in the workforce too. You know, a black woman in leadership in the workforce is just, you know, that's just another level, another layer that we have to, you know, just be conscious of when we're making decisions in the workplace.
Right.
You know,
Right.
we constantly compare to our male counterpart of, you know, can we, you know, measure up, and we can do the same job
Right.
but get paid less than our male counterpart.
It's true.
You know, and you know, and definitely, I just think when we as women are in that position, especially black women in leadership, that we have to perform at 120%.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, more than 100%.
Because
There's
Big
no
Brother's
such
always
thing.
watching.
Yeah, yes.
Well, I come from a different background because working in the shelter, it was a woman-run organization.
Yes.
And so, you know, you had the carte blanche to be able to use whatever powers that you had there.
That's wonderful,
Because,
yes.
yeah, so that's a different environment.
Yeah.
But I do understand what you're saying.
Oh,
But I
definitely in
think
corporate
that-
America.
Yes, yes, it's a different environment.
And then a lot of times, to be honest, we're feared.
Right.
You know, we're feared because it's always, even well, with the women, it's more so like, I don't want her to take my job. You know, I don't want her to get what's mine already. And not realizing whatever is for you is for you. And then with the men, it's like, oh, let me not say anything to her, angry black woman.
Right.
But we're not angry. I
Right.
show up exactly as who I am. And if you're intimidated by my presence, that's more about you
Right.
than it is about me.
That's very true.
And that is true, you know, because even when, let's talk about this for a minute. Even when Biden had picked his running mate, we heard all kinds of story from one end to the other, even to the point that, I can't believe he picked her because they got in a big debate one time and she read him the riot act. Why she had to read him the riot act? Because she was speaking up for something, that she believed in and the principle, and then, and that's probably why he picked her, because she stood her grounds and stand her principles. Like you said, we show up who we are each and every time. We're not going to put on no pretense because of title, position,
absolutely,
absolutely, or trying to gain something else,
we're just trying to get the job done.
Exactly. It just shows that he probably was comfortable in his skin. His house was probably ran by his wife, who appears to me to be a strong woman.
Exactly.
So he was used to that type of strength.
He
wanted that on him.
He respected that. He knew it worked for him. Like you said, it did work for him.
Yes, and Kamala, I'm just proud to have her there because it does open up the doors even that much more of a black woman in leadership, a black woman in power,
Exactly.
And especially in that type of position that never is supposed to be a man's world.
Exactly.
But you know how that song goes, it's a man's world, but it ain't mean nothing without a woman.
Right.
Or a girl.
Or who run the world.
Okay. Hey, who run the world? We even got our engineer Crystal back there doing something now. Yes, guys. Let's be real about that, you know. So, and like I said, just the mental health part of it. I just think, what do we do though to keep ourselves, just at a pace? And I know for me, I have to be mindful of my mental health and, to be able to have these moving parts, all these different moving parts, So my thing is I have to meditate, each of that. We talked about that last week. I got to start on my knees. That's why I couldn't wait to tell the doctor he better get this knee well. But anyways, okay, all right, I digress. Okay, so but after that, my thing for me, my outlet, what is that outlet for you? I know mine's is starting out my day with the power of prayer. So that keeps me going, having that power of prayer. And then in the course of the day it's the workout. Right. Because that's my time, because I have so many moving parts throughout the day that I have to take a moment where I'm shutting down and it got to be all about me and my health. Because, working out is mental more so than it is physical. Right. Everybody always look at the physical aspect of working out, but it is mental. Right. That's my woo-saw time.
Oh, Lord, I wish I knew how to woosah like that.
Yeah.
I can't get that workout component together.
No, that's okay. But what is your outlet, though?
My outlet is actually music.
Okay.
That's always my outlet.
Yes,
always
I love music. Yes. And, when people come over my house, they always say, wait a minute, you wasn't home, but we walked in and your music played. Right. I never turn it off. That's right. I never turn it off. What's your outlet, Marjorie?
Well, I have several. I like to pray. I'm sort of in the middle of you all. Sometimes I'm very hard on working out when I am going through some things. And then sometimes I can slack off. But I also like to read too. Yeah.
So reading is fundamental. We know that, right?
That's true.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Audiobooks. I don't
Yes. And then, and then for me, let's talk about, for me, I think the most important part of it all being a woman is, and all that we do is being able to know how to show my gratitude. I am just always grateful for what God has done for me in the position he allowed us to be in. Right. So if nothing else, I'm always going to take the time to let everyone around me to help me get to the level that I am, because you know what? Sometimes you can be the think tank, but it is the team around you that makes you look well. So I always got to take the moment and say, I love you, team. I love you, team. Yes. Right. I love you, Crystal. Isaiah back there, I love you too. I got River in the house. I love you, River. We got Zanny in the house tonight. I love you, Zanny. Right. We got Ron in the house. I love you, Ron. we look. Don't think I'm gonna forget about my studio audience over there. We love you
studio
too.
audience.
Yes.
Yes. So, for me, when you show gratitude, that's the way of getting your blessings
Yes, I
back.
agree
What you
with that.
think about that?
I do agree
So,
with that.
so how do you show your gratitude?
I tell people,
Yeah.
what I appreciate about them. That's important to let people know what you see in them.
Yes.
Sometimes we don't do that.
Exactly.
Yes.
I tell people as well, but also mine is acts of service. So I like taking care of people.
Yes.
So it's easy for me to have an event or, bring people around. I'd be like, don't touch anything. I got everything. I like catering
Yeah.
to people.
Yes, and
makes me happy.
yes, it does, and I do too. I love opening up my home, and with COVID, we kind of have to play it safe, and and everything. So for the last year and a half, I haven't been able to do that part as fully because everybody know New Year's Day was always a big thing at my house. Everybody look forward to coming to my house on New Year's Day because I call it our clients and family appreciation day. That was my time to open up my home, cook for everybody, and just say thank you. I love you for putting up with me all year long. And guess what I got for you this year? So yeah, well,
We'll be there.
I used to
I was
have
just
it
wondering.
catered. No, she messing with me because she know I don't cook.
I was
Yes,
just wondering.
I was having
I
it
got
catered.
confused for a minute.
Okay, I'll take that back. I opened up my home and I used to have so much food there that was catered
Oh, catered.
because I don't cook. But I make one or two dishes. So everybody came for my salmon. I can make good salmon and
seafood.
my stuffed crab double eggs. Yeah. So angel eggs, as my pastor told me to say. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, that's how we show our gratitude, I guess.
Yes.
But it's just a wonderful thing to know who you are and just know that it's all about being in your blessings.
And it's a wonderful thing when people know that you appreciate them.
Yeah.
I hate when people have to wonder,
Yes.
well, if she loved me, does she appreciate it? I hate that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Let
agree.
people know. It's
Yeah,
not as
it's not a
difficult as
hard
people
thing.
think. It's not.
That's the easiest thing in the world.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's not a gift you have to buy.
Yes. And
Yes.
then it's also a feeling. Sometimes, a lot of people don't know how to express the words and don't realize all you have to do is say thank you.
Right.
Yes.
You know, or I'm grateful.
Yes.
Or anything like that.
Or even give them a hug and a smile. And that's my other way.
Yes.
I'm telling you, in my hugs, you can tell. And, COVID kind of took that away. But I
Right.
found a way to do a COVID hug.
It's not the same. 'Cause I didn't feel it.
I
I know.
It's
We got to
just
work on that.
The energy that you get. But and I'm a gift giving person. If I see something, it don't have to be that person's birthday or something like
Right.
that. I'll just pick it up and just give it to them because.
Yeah.
You saw me look at that glass.
again. Okay, somebody is getting a gift real soon with this butterfly
Bought me a
glass.
scarf too.
Okay, you know what? On that note, it is time for
Miss Marjorie,
us.
we'll talk about that, on the commercial break.
All right.
Our commercial break. You have been listening and seeing B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us. Yes, that's who we are. B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us here on Vision and Purpose Media Production. We be right back. See you on the other side.
Hello, my name is Tania McQueen. I'm the Residential Services Manager for Prestige Community Resources.
What our new facilities are respite centers. We're opening 2 in the city right now. Hopefully we'll expand to more. But respite centers are a place where people can come and get a little additional support with their mental health. Our one on Eastern Avenue is for men, and our one on Minnesota Avenue is for women. Our facilities are for all DC residents, especially focusing in on those in Ward 7 and 8. So they're really nice, and I'm excited for consumers to actually see them. What are the services that we're going to provide? Therapy, case management, medication management, all provided by professional staff, a licensed nurse practitioner, psychiatrists, sociologists, social workers, and then our paraprofessionals, our case managers. It's just a place where you can come and get the support that you need to work on your personal goals, as well as to get your mental health straight. Simple, single adult, 18 years of age or older, a DC resident. You need to have insurance, but if you don't have it, it's okay. still come. We'll work on getting you insurance. Have to have a negative COVID test, a negative TB test, and be willing to work on your mental health. For more information about respite services, you can contact us at 202-796-5000 or hit us up on our website at www.prestigecommunityresources.org.
Welcome back to Vision and Purpose Media Productions. You are here with the ladies of B.A.A.D.S Us. We are beautiful,
Yes.
accomplished, and divine. As
Yes.
society sees us, we are changing the narrative.
Yes. I love it.
Yes. We have some wonderful topics to continue to talk about today. The time is limited, and this hour go by so fast. So we want
Yes,
to
it
get
does.
everything possible in. So we're going to get started. We're going to go back to our women of influence.
Yes.
So-
Yes, I love it. So, we are women of influence,
That's
and
right.
that's who we are. Who are we today? We are women of influence. And it's been great talking about, the women of influence. And, we just so many things to so many people.
That's
But
true.
it's just a way of finding our balance, how we balance ourselves, still find our purpose, still, just be a blessing to others.
Yes.
And we talking about showing our gratitude now, and then just what is, and now just going on, continue to talk about what that outlet is to, just to kind of just woo-saw, the de-stress. We was talking about how we show our gratitude and, and things like that. So for me, shopping. Girl, love to shop. And with COVID, I called myself. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna take advantage of this time. I'm gonna clean out every closet in my house."
That's right.
Okay,
Have you done it?
we still in COVID, right? I hope it. So yeah, with that, I hope to be finished soon. But I was like, "Girl, I shop a lot."
You don't realize, and you can never find anything to wear. That's how you know you have too much stuff.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
And and I need to use this golden rule. So when I did make the attempt to do my closet, I did finish my room, the closet and the dresser drawers in my room. And I was saying, I heard on Oprah one time, this is when she still had her talk show, I gotta put my girl out there. And a consultant was on there, and she said, every 6 months you need to do an overall.
Right.
And if you have not worn it and it still got tags on it, you're shopping too much.
That's right.
And when you bring something new in, you
Let's
need
take
to.
something out. Yeah.
I haven't mastered that still quite yet, but it sounds
Exactly.
good.
Well, I haven't mastered. I'm gonna get back into that skirt.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
2 sizes smaller. I'm gonna lose weight and get back into
Yeah,
that
we always
skirt.
say that.
The girl who doesn't go to the gym.
Yes,
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, one of the things that's a pet peeve for me is when we give things to people, we don't give them the best.
What do you mean
And,
by that?
well,
Explain.
What I mean by that, I'm just piggybacking on what you're talking about, is that working at the shelter, I think I told you all that it's in Bethesda. And so that's a really kind of a rich neighborhood.
Yes.
So they have a boutique there, and people would bring designer clothes and nice things there so that the women in the shelter can shop there, and they'll have clothes, but they can also use them to go on interviews. So I think that even if it's someone that's a friend or a family member or someone who's in need, you need to give them your best. So if you have something in your closet that you haven't worn and it has tags on it, you can do that with it. Take it to the shelter, or really give it to someone that you love.
Yes, yeah, and that's what I do, and I did. I had my cousin one time, and she came up. I said, "Just bring a suitcase." She said, "Oh no!" I said, "Bring a suitcase when you come up." And she was like, "Huh?" I just said, "Bring an empty suitcase." And when she came, I was like, "Okay, go for it." And that's what I do. So I had my clothes, and she basically went home with a full suitcase and then my bag.
That's right.
And your
That's
bag,
my
too.
cousin Latrice in Detroit.
Yes.
She comes and goes shopping in my closet.
Yes, yes.
funny.
And give it a lot of stuff. But I used to also give it to the women's shelter right there in Fort Meade. I
Right.
give a lot of my stuff there.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes. And I definitely believe in that. And Krista, our engineer, she used to be at a women's shelter and still do a lot of consulting work for them. And and I love knowing that I'm giving it back. And even in Southeast Washington, we used to be a part of this program where we have returned citizens, whether it was women or men, learn life skills to get back into the workforce. So with the women, we used to bring dress blouse and tops
Right.
for them, and the
Right.
guys we collected ties. I was collecting ties for them, and it's a wonderful feeling when like you said, you're giving it to
Right.
someone who can appreciate what you have to offer. And then
Because sometimes we just have too much.
yeah.
And actually, when you rid yourself of it, it's like a weight is lifted. Because
Yeah.
I did the whole closet clean out thing.
Oh yes.
Yes, I had to.
Yes, and
I'm sure you felt better.
I did.
You know,
Now I could get in there.
Yeah.
that too.
Yes.
Because
That
I was
part,
like,
right?
oh, I can walk around and it's gone. The space is gone again. And it's true. I said, when I got 13 bags that came out of one room,
Wow.
that's just like,
Wow.
yeah,
a lot.
No
exactly. Okay.
None from here. None from here either, Karen.
Well, I feel gamed up on tonight, but anyways, but that's okay, because
We'll judge you after the show.
Yeah. No, I think you got me now. But anyways, that's just what I'll say. But and let's talk about that black girl swag. We
Nothing
got it.
like it.
Yes, we
Nothing
got
like it.
we got to talk about the black girl
Yes.
swag. So and I think our personality does. It shows through our hairstyles,
Exactly.
our makeup,
Exactly.
our outfit. All these things make a the black girl swag.
Right.
But most important part of the black girl swag is what?
Confidence. For me,
Attitude.
confidence.
Confidence,
Attitude.
attitude, and I definitely say it's the spirit within.
Most
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
your
true.
spirit,
Right.
and that's what it is. But your spirit show what? Confidence.
Right.
Your spirit show your attitude.
Right.
So it is. It's about the spirit within,
That's
know.
very
And
true.
the thing about the swag, I don't care where you go in this country, across the world, the swag is different. Like,
Yep.
it might
is.
be imitated, but never duplicated by
Right.
others,
Yeah.
right? But
Right.
it is awesome when you see so many people from different races, different backgrounds, just going to New York, 4 hours away. The swag is totally different.
Right.
We
That's true.
just a multicultural people, and that's what I love about being a black woman. We show up in so many different ways,
Yes, we do.
yeah, and I love it.
I love that, Marjorie.
They can't figure us out.
No, they can't. They don't want to. They don't want to be black, but they want to do black.
Exactly.
Can you say that again?
They don't want to be black, but they want to do black.
Exactly.
Yes, and on that note, definitely, because I remember, I used to be a model back in the 70s, and I just knew I was going to be the next big thing that hit. But back in the
Confidence.
70s,
Exactly.
yes, I knew it. But back in the 70s, they told me my eyebrows was too thick. I looked like a man.
Oh, wow.
And then they told me my lips was too big to hold them in.
Now they want them.
And now what? Everybody going to get Botox in the lips
Yeah.
and getting the tattoo eyebrows.
Exactly.
So I don't have to do either.
Right. Right.
Okay. And I had swag then, and I got swag now.
And you know what I love when I look at women that are young women? When I was growing up, we always had swag, but we didn't have as much confidence and acceptance of ourselves as the young women do today.
Yes.
They rock that.
Yes.
Yes,
they
they
they look, they own it. They
I don't
know
care
who
what
they are.
complexion,
Yes.
what size.
Right,
they rock it.
exactly.
And I love that.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Because you can live your true, authentic self.
Exactly.
Yes, yes. And like I'm loving River's swag today. You
Yeah.
know, she always brings swag.
Yes, she
Even to the
does.
photo
She is
shoot,
adorable.
she brought
She
swag.
does.
Yes, she did. Yes.
We got another photo shoot going on this Sunday. I want to see what swag she
I
bring on.
know.
That girl know how to slay.
She got that black girl magic for sure. We love love
That's
you,
right.
Rivers.
Yes,
That's right.
we love you. Yes, yes. And with that, guys, let's share. Let's switch the gear now.
Okay.
And I think a part of a woman of influence and who we are is sharing that inner emotion sometimes that we have. And that's a real thing. Is having that inner emotion. So what is something you would like to share with me, Marjorie?
Well, I think
Share with us
that my inner
Marjorie.
emotion that I really have to corral is empathy. Because I really feel whatever anybody's going through. If
a
it's
sponge.
yeah, and so that's why I said I have to corral it because I can do too much to help out. And even though empathy is a good thing, it definitely is a good thing because it's nice when you know that people are going through things and you want to help.
Yes.
But we also have to take care of our own
Most
mental
definitely.
health.
Most definitely.
And that's a good one because I was told that once or twice, and once, and definitely it hit home with my husband that Karen, sometimes you can't save the world.
Right.
You
Right.
can't take on everything, and because like you said, you do that empathy part that we have in us. So
Yeah.
what is it for
Well, I'm
you?
an empath, but there are weak empaths and there are strong empaths. I am most definitely a strong empath.
Right.
But I do. You can come to me. I'm gonna just love on you, and I will absorb a lot of people's stuff.
Yeah.
And I have to learn how to protect my mental space because in absorbing that, your problems most definitely become my problem.
Exactly.
And because I'm a fixer, I'm trying to find out a solution to your problems, and I haven't even tackled my own.
Exactly.
Because that's what we do. We focus on other people because you want other people around you to be happy. At least I do.
Right.
You want them to be happy. You want everybody to be good, but you lose yourself in that process, which
Yes,
is
you
not
do.
healthy.
It's not.
This is good stuff, and if I can add to that, I guess we share inner emotions. To be real, I still have to work at seeing things all the time that is a negative. That's why I have to look at the news at a certain time during the day. I watch what it is before I go to bed that's getting in my spirit because it does. It just, I'm a person that I take it in
Yes,
and
most
that,
definitely.
and that it gets to me. I don't like when the world is not happy. I really don't. I don't like.
Well,
when
that's
the
why I don't
world
have a
is not
TV in my
happy.
bedroom.
And-
That's
and-
one of the reasons why.
Yes, and I can appreciate that. And I have a one girlfriend. She don't even have cable.
Right.
I was like,
I don't
wow.
either. I just stream.
Yeah,
me too.
that's powerful. Not to be able to have cable and not look at it. Even though, and then she said, but why do you have it? Because, Karen, you never look at TV. Every time I'm over your house, your TV never on.
Well, it wasn't
But-
a hard decision for me once I saw that cable bill.
Yeah.
Had it all fixed.
Look,
had
our
it all at the
studio
angle.
audience is like,
right.
yeah.
Saw that bill, I'm like,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I'm not home enough.
I know.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
happened
that's
to
true.
the
Yeah.
days when cable was free?
No.
TV
get
was
that
free,
antenna.
rather. Yes, you
Yeah.
get that antenna, put that lemon foil on it, still bend it that way,
That's right.
wait a minute, hold it, go, woo, wait a minute. Okay, commercial.
Exactly.
Okay, yes. So I know
That's funny.
we love cutting up. So guys, we cannot leave without talking about this favorite subject: Black women in dating.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who want to start first?
I'll start.
Okay.
It's whatever for me. No, I like the whole dating component. I do. I like the whole getting to know phase. I like going through that. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to go through this part, But I love that part of it because I watch behavior, I'm very intuitive. And I can see it coming a mile away, So I'm like, okay, I don't even entertain certain things.
Right.
And because I'm intuitive, I know when the energy is not right. So, my dates go fine.
Well, you know, it's just funny that we're talking about this, and all the women on the platform, we are single. Well, I like to say I'm a widower, because I had the love, and it ended the way it's supposed to. Do death do us part.
Exactly.
So now being back out there, I am just a Southern belle to my heart. I got them old fashioned values, and I just don't bend on it. You're gonna court me.
Right.
Yes.
You're
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
date
that's true.
me.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And no, it's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with it, but it's just hard to get in these days and time. Oh, Krista back there saying hello, exactly. And I just want to say, because sometimes we can make it too easy for them. If with me, you're gonna have to put in the work,
Right.
because as I was taught and raised, I know I'm an enhancement. Let me say that again. I know I'm an enhancement to any man I choose to be with when I'm on their arm. So they gotta show me that they are worthy of me to be on their arm,
Exactly.
Right.
because that's
That's
how
true.
people say a strength of a man is what he has on his arm. A strength of a woman is
Right.
what she has on her arm. So it gotta be, it have to be in that instant, making sure that it's there.
And I don't think it's hard to get. I think when you up front and you demand the things that you want, because it is a demand.
Yeah.
It may not come out as a demand.
Yeah.
Right.
But when those are things that you want,
Right.
if the guy really likes you, I think he'll rise
he
up
gonna
to
put
the
in the
occasion.
work.
Yeah.
And if not,
He gonna go on,
And you have to
that's
stick to your standards.
Yeah,
Right.
you do.
That's
And
right.
that's what I try to tell my single friends all the time. And I know they say, Karen, well, you had a marriage, so it's easy for you to say, you've been married before. But no. And that's how I got married, though.
Right.
And
Right.
we got a married husband sitting out in the audience, and I'm quite sure he can vouch for that.
but he still had to court you too.
Right.
Get married.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's
You know
not
what
just
I'm
like
saying? Yeah.
everything ends at that point. You know?
And
So,
no, I always tell everybody it's easy getting married. I know you don't
Staying
believe
married.
this,
It's hard staying
but
married.
it's hard staying married. That's where the real work begins.
Right.
And I've been there before, so I can definitely tell you this. We
Yes,
think
indeed.
that the hard part is finding that mate and getting married, but the hard part is getting that mate, getting married, and staying
Right.
that way.
That's right.
You know,
I've been there
because-
before too. 26 years.
Yeah, because
And it's not easy.
And
It's-
for
yeah.
wasn't
me,
easy.
I come from a different standpoint. I was married for 10 years before my former husband wasn't living up to my standards. So we parted ways, and my children were small. So I made a decision to take care of my children. So I didn't date when they were small because I didn't want, what if you meet someone and that's not the one?
Exactly.
And he's in your home and then he's gone. I made that conscious decision not to date until they were grown and gone. So maybe I waited too late. I don't know.
Never
But
too
the
late,
point,
Miss
yeah,
Marjorie.
because there's someone for everyone.
Exactly.
Right.
And I, enjoyed going out. I enjoyed dating, and I also stick to my standards too. So
Yes, yes. You have to. I just think that men appreciate that.
Right.
They appreciate a woman who has standards, able to challenge them. It's because it is challenge them in the fact of it's not going to be a slack kind of thing here. We are in this together.
Yeah.
You got to know that when you come into me, we are in this together.
Most definitely. And you got to know who you're dealing with.
And got to put in the
Because
work.
Every man's requirement is not the same, just like every woman's requirement
Right,
isn't.
right.
So you can't have that same approach that you had with your husband
Right.
with every man,
Yes.
and
You
it was
gotta
a
switch
longer
it up a
time
little
ago
bit.
too.
Right.
I
Exactly.
mean, we live in a world where people are, in my opinion, sometimes too free. So
Well,
we
it's
have to be
access.
careful.
We didn't
Yeah.
have the social, back when we were dating younger, you had to go out and actually meet someone.
Yeah,
Right.
You had to go, even the young girls now, we had to go to the mall, things like that when you're younger. Now they just get on social media, you have
Yes,
the dating,
yes.
That's very true.
dating
then-
apps and all that
that's
stuff.
just it. And then you want to send pictures all of a sudden. I don't know you. I ain't send no picture. Don't ask me for no picture. I'm not sending. Can I say that? I'm not
Well, you have to
sending
make
it.
sure he's not getting catfish.
No, well,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm not sending no pictures.
So you don't want a picture of him?
Don't. Well, to me, that's just a big turn off. If we are in the court me, date me phase, I don't think you should be asking me, send me some pictures.
We didn't used to have
but
that.
but you know what? Because it's so commonly done, like
Yeah.
you said, Marjorie. I think we so loosey goosey now.
But when you say pictures, are you just saying like a photo of you? Have you?
Yeah, definitely. Even just no, I'm not even talking about nude pictures. I'm just talking about
I was just
let's
wondering. I
just
wanted
get
to
real.
make-
I am
wanted to keep
definitely
the
not
lines
talking about
clear,
it.
you know?
Yeah, no. Just grown folks talk right now. I'm not even talking
I'm
about
like, what
nude
pictures are you
pictures.
talking
Just
about?
sending me a picture of myself. I'm not
Okay.
comfortable with that. If I don't know you, don't ask me for
Right.
a picture.
Okay, but you've seen them before. It's not like you've all met through a blind date or anything like that.
Right. I'm just saying, even at the beginning stage, I don't want to get in the point of we sending pictures back
Okay.
and forth of each other. I'm like, if I'm saying, oh, I'm going to an event tonight, oh, send me a picture. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do
Well,
that.
I want to see pictures because
No.
I know everybody look different at different
Yeah,
times.
but then that also, I can see what both of you all are saying, but I think that also hearing Karen gives you the opportunity to judge someone unfairly because you've seen their picture and, oh, well, I don't like that. You know, get to know people first.
Yeah, but sometimes that's not an easy feat.
yeah. Well,
We're physical creatures. We're surface creatures. You know, you see people.
Yeah,
you're like,
we
"Mm."
are, but
Yeah.
I'm not giving up no pictures. And then when I'm
You
on
come out
social
5 feet
media,
tall and you 5'7",
yeah, hey, I'm going
and
to
you know you like tall men. You know.
Yeah,
No,
but the
that's true.
picture is still that ain't got nothing to do with it. Well, for me, you're gonna get to know me before we start exchanging pictures. You know what I'm saying? So, but in the meantime, I get where everybody say we see, and that's just it. That's how we get to know each other
Right,
on
right.
the opposite side, or just we as women and everything. So, guys, I will just say this has been great. We can wrap this up when we come back. You are listening and seeing Badass Us here on Vision and Purpose Media Productions. We be right back at you. See you on the other side.
That's the longest
I know.
clear.
Uh,
I feel like my eyes be going.
I think she was trying to make sure we
your
muted.
mental health.
Guys, how's everyone doing this week?
oh, yeah.
Use the 5 keys to mental movement.
Really monumental week for me. I realized that I was not being myself.
Reaching out.
Be positive attitude person self, like you guys know me to be. I was
Staying
listening to
upbeat.
teaching and get back to that happy, cheery self, you guys, of me.
This week's been kind of
Being
stressful,
creative.
all of the workload that we have on online learning. So I've been trying to use different platforms and different websites to help ease my mind and ease my stress.
And what about you, Marjorie?
Well, you guys know me. I just love to work with others and serve them.
Serving others.
Realize that when I serve others, my mind is off of myself.
That's right. And don't forget, self-care is key.
Self-care.
All right. So see you guys next week.
Right.
Bye.
Your mind matters.
Welcome back to Vision and Purpose Media Productions. Again, you are here with the ladies of B.A.A.D.S.S Us. We are here today, and we had a wonderful time as usual. I look forward to Tuesdays, ladies. I really do. I really do. And I hate because the hour goes by so fast. And it doesn't seem like we were able to talk about a lot of things. But when I go back and replay it, we do. We cover a lot of bases.
I'm telling you, and you know what? But that dating thing, we want to have a spin-off. That's gonna have
Most
to be-
definitely.
Yeah,
Yes.
a spin-off.
Yes.
We're gonna have a nighttime, nightlight talk show. And I got a couple
I
of names
know.
in mind, and it got to be at night.
Right. That's right.
That midnight show. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay.
Yes.
I just got kind of carried away a little bit.
No, but it's
thinking
great.
about that.
It's great. Yeah, we need to do that for sure.
the spin-off.
Yes, most
Yes,
definitely.
I'm in. I'm in.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
She talking about she in there. She do. Okay.
Yes. But we're happy to be here, and we hope that not only was this show informative, but transformative for some people. Because that's what we want. We want to transform some lives,
Right.
enrich them.
Yes.
Maybe
yes.
galvanize some people to go out there and do things differently. That's what we're here for.
Or at least give you something to think about.
Exactly, most definitely. But we are in the segment of the show where we go to Miss Marjorie, our calm at the desk, because I am the storm. our calm here at the Anchor Desk.
Yes, it's time for our inspirational moment with Marjorie Militant, the inspiration within.
Okay. So the topic for today is Be an Elijah. And the scripture comes from 1 Kings 18:17 through 21. When he saw Elijah, he said to him, "Is that you, you troubler of Israel?" "I have not made trouble for Israel," Elijah replied, "but you and your father's family have. You have abandoned the Lord's commands and have followed the Baals. Now summon the people from all over Israel to meet me on Mount Carmel, and bring the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of Asherah who eat at Jezebel's table." So Ahab sent word throughout all Israel and assembled the prophets on Mount Carmel. Elijah went before the people and said, "How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, follow him." But the people said nothing. So in the book of Kings, the people prayed for fire to fall. And there were 450 false prophets that came and prayed to Baal to bring fire. No fire fell. So Elijah said to them, "Okay, let's have a challenge." And what he did was they set up some wood, and the 450 prophets and the people prayed to Baal, who's a false god, to bring fire. And again, no fire came. Then Baal set up his wood and his meat, and when he did that, he even put water on top of it. And when he put the water on top of it and prayed to God, God delivered the fire. And the people fell on their faces and they prayed to God and they worshiped him as their Lord. So, what I'm talking about today is that we have to confront the false gods in our lives and in the world. So some of the things that we need to do are to stand for truth, stand for what you believe in, find a cause, and stick with it until it's accomplished. Victory is on the way, deliverance is on the way, and success is on the way.
Most definitely.
Be an Elijah and start a fire. Be an Elijah and start a fire.
I love it. Wow, that was really deep. That was deep because that is true. The false evidence, sometimes we need to let that go. And we all have been there and at some point or another where we believe in something and it appears false evidence, but we stay in it, the situation, longer than we should.
Right.
And I thank you for just bringing that to our attention. And there's nothing wrong with that, but at some point you do have to be challenged to say, are you going to believe what you know is best and what you know spiritually is the thing to do, or are you going to keep believing in this false evidence?
Right.
And sometimes it's hard, because sometimes you don't want to be the one to have to go against the grain, but then again,
You have to stand up for what's right.
Yeah,
then again, you do. I gotta say, then again, you do.
Not at all.
Man, see, and that's just me. I'm just like that right now. In a point and place where I'm at in my life, I don't have time for false evidence.
That's true. That's
Matter of fact, it see me coming. No, not I see it coming.
Right.
It see me coming and it moves.
I have something on my refrigerator that says, at this stage in my life, it is invite only.
That's true. That's true.
So
if you're
I
bringing,
am only inviting the things that I want in my life. If I don't want it, I
Right.
cut it off with no problem.
right.
Yes.
So if you're bringing trouble and untruth, I don't want it.
Yes,
You're right.
yes,
You're right.
yes.
Because I had to light the fire behind my own self. Because you become stagnant. We all get in that funk that we can't get out of, or we think we can't get out of.
Right.
But once you put that energy behind it and you light that fire, things change.
That's true.
It changes.
That's true. That's why the power of conversation between women is so important.
Very much so. And share your story. Share your story. A lot of people don't want to be transparent. And you don't have to get down in the weeds, give me all the meat and potatoes. But if you're going through something, you'll be surprised how that weight is literally lifted off your shoulders when
And
you
can
share.
help somebody else.
Exactly.
Yes, and I believe that just the power of sharing, because we talk about the power of prayer, and sometimes and not talking because everyone know I definitely believe in the power of prayer, but sometimes when we are out here and want us to see false evidence, sometimes you have to meet the person where they are.
Right.
Most
That's
definitely.
And, you know, you have to meet the person where they are. And sometimes, you know, you may have to start out just by sharing, by talking, and not by prayer. Because prayer can be threatening to a person who's not ready to open up.
That's true.
And not saying that that's a bad thing. But if you get them and meet them where they are and just have a listening ear, share and have a listening ear, then guess what? Guess what is going on, really? Prayer.
Right.
Because how can you pray to someone if how can you pray to someone that's never understood or seen the power of prayer?
Right. Right.
So it's like you're telling me to pray. I mean, I'm going through all these problems and everything. People want to see instant change, unfortunately. But if you've never prayed or you don't understand the power of prayer, you cannot present that to people.
That's true.
Yeah, that's why
And
you have to meet them where they are.
Exactly.
You really do.
Your witness will speak for itself.
Exactly.
That is a prayer.
Exactly.
I know that when you witness to people and you're talking to them about your own experiences,
Your testimony.
your testimony
Yes.
brings the power of God into that
Oh,
situation.
yes.
And they
Oh,
can feel
yes.
that.
That's right.
Even if they don't know what it is, they can feel it.
That's right.
Yes.
Because I do a vision board. I have a vision board that I did for, I've been doing it for like the last 3 or 4 years. And I have manifested that thing. I tell you, everything that I put on that vision board for this year has come to pass. Probably about 2 things that has not. But the year is not over with.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And that's a form of prayer.
Right.
yes.
That is a form of prayer.
But even if it doesn't come to fruition, you know,
It will.
the last. No, I'm just saying, you know, because everything sometimes when you have a vision board, because I believe in vision boards too, and even if the things don't come to fruition, everything that I have on a vision board, guess what? It still has me knowing that I have the, you know, the determination and the power to stay focused, you know, and just to know that it comes in its season, and then, you know, and then even like you said, you know, I just want to go back and touch on that too when you was talking about just the power of prayer, and then it just whacking it in ways that you don't have it, and the storyboard is that, you know, and I mean
vision board.
the vision board is that as well. So, you know, for me, I just definitely believe in the way people come to me is by me showing my realness and just being there and being able to talk to someone that, you know, on their level and share testimonies, share
I agree with
openness. And because when you have that arena of love and caring, guess what? They will come to you.
Right.
That's just like if I have to, I'm just gonna have to share this moment. It touched my heart. It took everything for me not to cry last week right before we went on air because Crystal asked if we can open up in prayer.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that was amazing.
That was obviously needed.
Yeah.
And, you
Because
know,
it changed the whole dynamic
It
of the
did.
show.
It
yes,
really did.
and I'm going to, you know, and I'm just going to say this. And usually I always, you know, before a show, just always open up in prayer because you all know because you're on the meeting call. Even on the meeting call, we always open
Right,
up in prayer and we close out in prayer. And, you know, and because we had such a great inspirational moment, I was like, okay, this can be the prayer. But starting next week, guys, I missed that prayer today.
Yes,
and,
yeah.
And it
We were
cannot.
We were a little crunched for time. so-
Yes,
Exactly,
yes.
yes.
But
No,
you're never too crunched to pray.
Exactly. And Crystal, thank you for just showing me that that's just who we are. This team, we open in prayer, we close in prayer.
Yes.
And that's just something we cannot get away from. And prayer sometimes is just coming together for that minute and having a conversation of giving thanks and
Right.
just
Yes.
knowing that I love you.
That's right.
And then
I love you all.
going back to her vision board, it's good to have vision because it means that you're focused. So if you have that, if it's a board or whatever, however you want to arrange it, if something doesn't come to fruition, God will show you what he's done in place of that.
Exactly.
It's going to be something good too.
Most
Yes.
definitely.
But
yeah.
That's why I said, yeah, I believe in that. That's why if everything on that vision board do
Doesn't
not come, don't mean that it didn't have its
Right.
place.
Well, the
you
reason
know?
why I said it's going to come to fruition is because what I did, especially with this vision board this year, because I wasn't in a good space. So I was intentional to listen to my subconscious, which is the voice of God.
Right.
So I only
Right.
placed that on a vision board, which he had placed in my soul.
Right.
And that's why I believe that everything has come to fruition.
Yes.
Because I listened to him.
Yes.
And
yes.
I put pen to paper and I put it out there and I put energy behind it.
Yes.
And, see, and then
he showed up and showed out.
Yes. And that's what you're right. If wherever you put it, if you are listening to his voice, and that's what we have to make sure that we
Most
do
definitely.
every day. That's got to be intentional, because we have the ability, which is not a good ability, to always be so scattered.
That's right.
So if we're not focused, nothing will work in the time that we need it to, because God needs us to focus on him and what our purpose is.
That's why I leave on my heart, because I know that's where he resides.
Right.
So
Yes,
it's easier for me now than it's ever been.
That's
yes.
good.
And you know what? And basically, you know, and it just go to show, you know, for with me, names are intentional for me.
That's why I was intentional with my sons.
Yes, and names are intentional. So even with that, you know, vision and purpose, here we are on this platform, because what? Vision give you what? Purpose.
Right. That's true.
Vision give you purpose.
Yes,
and I truly believe in that, you know, and even all the nicknames that everyone have, the My Ambassador, you know, because her actions show me that she has me, and she cover all things for me, you know, even when it's impossible, she's there, you know, and that's it.
That's
bishop,
amazing.
the bishop of technologies, and Zanny, he in there now working on my computer for Chris could stop talking about it, you know.
I know
So,
he asked me to come up with my name. I got to get it together.
Yes. So, you know, I just love the name. My river flowing over. She's just here. And just always just an overflow of joy. That's what she brings when she's here and on the set with us. So I just love it. I just love the names, because name is power. It means things. So, you know, we have to be intentional with what we, you know, how we say things and what names we give and put out in the atmosphere.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So,
agree with
ladies,
that.
you know, this it's been all about the women here,
That's
the
right.
women of
Yes,
influence.
yes.
You know, we will have the gentlemen back next week on the platform with us. This will be a great week. I'm looking forward to having them back, and we'll have a guest next week as well, as we be talking about business relations and personal relations. So Jackie Thompson from Overdue Recognition will be our special guest, and we will have Emery Peace, one of the males, back on the platform with us. Yeah. So guys, you got to just stay tuned and tune in. So you're hearing it first here on B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us. Yeah, that's who we are. B.A.A.D.A.S.S Us Real Talk here on Vision and Purpose Media Productions. Guys, we see you next week. See you on the other side.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.